knows me, I'm Aaron Cake, and sadly, this is the engine from my RX-7, Project Tina. Due to my own stupidity, I ran the engine at wide open throttle in 4th gear with a known intermittent fuel injector, and thus kind of blew the rear rotor. So today, my friend Butt Munch and I are
we'll
going...
go with Lynnette.
Lynnette, apparently, are going to pull it apart and see what the damage is like. Can you? I'm gonna lift the back up. Can you pull that out once the weight's off it? And then
You would like this to be placed.
just put it back in. Oh, there's some coolant in the engine.
Fuck.
It's okay.
It's not in. Ah.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, I just realized how much I have to go pee. Oh, no.
Okay, we're gonna start by removing the clutch. Since, well, pressure plate technically, and the clutch is underneath, but here, have a breaker bar, because every one of these bolts will remove, because the whole flywheel is going to want to turn, so if we do it both at the same time,
This is going to be extremely
righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Shut it. So
And I just realized that opposing ratchet forces aren't going to work. Just a sec, I'll hold it while you loosen.
Okay, so I'm going this way, yes?
Sounds right to me. Okay.
Interesting.
There you go.
Oh.
So just crack them loose, and that's fine.
That's it?
Yep, just because they have to be in an order. So do this one. And yeah, exactly.
Maybe I should be over here so I can have torque, yes?
Well, you want and you want to push on the
The very end?
yeah, because that's why it's very long, because it multiplies your torque. And let's do that one. Might be loose one.
Nope.
You want to loosen them evenly, because this plate will come up because it's spring loaded. So
Oh, is it?
I don't know why we're doing this by hand either. Because we have power tools.
You're the mechanic. I'm just
Got
the
it?
silly girl who wants to play.
Okay. Loose.
Is it loose?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter. And then we'll move to a next one. Yeah, that works. I don't know why I need that. A little bit of that. There we go. Fry. Doesn't take much.
I don't really know.
There.
There we go.
Come on. There.
Ah,
One clutch.
neat.
Yep, and is the clutch disc. Yeah, so you turn that up. It's on pussy right now.
Oh, sorry.
Give it some, there you go. And then just heat the nut going all the way around the edge. Don't burn the grease or bearing out from the middle, because there's red Loctite on that, and we just want to release the Loctite.
Okay.
So it's going to take us at least a few minutes to do that. And while you're doing that,
Yeah, like this?
yeah, basically. And just remember the other side. Just go, just like rim it, like around and around and around.
We're still talking about nut warming, right?
Well, obviously we're talking about nut warming.
I've been known to warm nuts up. Is it alright when I'm warming the nut to cross the hole?
You can cross the hole, but don't linger on the hole.
No, that would be just far too much. We don't want to linger on holes.
Depends on the hole.
Yes, it does.
I think we're probably good. I mean, if it's going to come off, it's going to come off.
Okay.
Just power her off. And big last impact wrench
This thing?
on nut.
Oh my god. Okay.
Make sure it's, and give her help. Stop. Let me just see where it's at. Okay, it's coming off. Go. There we go. Nuts off.
Okay.
It's really hot.
I know, I'm very concerned.
It's okay. That's why I'm wearing gloves.
Go safety.
Not my first rodeo.
Had I known I was going to do something with so much jiggling, I would have worn something a lot more sexy.
You know, if you had worn something a little bit more low cut, we probably would have got more views on YouTube.
That's true. Shucks.
And before we pop this off, I just want to put the nut back on so it doesn't fly up and kill us both. Yeah, so if you pry, I'll just smack with the hammer,
Okay.
and it should
Ready?
just pop right up. Yep. Yeah, it's off. Yeah, there's Loctite on that too. So
Okay.
we're just looking for the right socket.
What's that? What's all of it?
Bring the torch out because it was.
Wait,
I think you have the gas up a bit too high.
Have I?
Yeah. Because there's liquid in the. This is liquid, and if you have it upside down and up too high, the liquid gets sucked in, and that's what.
Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, there's a lot of moments where in mechanical things you just can't help but say dirty things. It's just impossible.
Use a tool to hold my shaft.
And such, and wanging things off,
Yes.
and
Yeah, I'm gonna do this one.
you do that.
There we go. Helps when it's. That's hot.
Yes, it is.
Helps when it's on the right setting. Okay.
Wait, should I put a glove on and take off?
Yeah, if you want to take that off, there's a spring on it though, so just make sure the spring doesn't go anywhere.
Spring?
Yeah. You'll see it in a sec.
No, there it is.
Yep. I don't know what I'm gonna
It's
do with
fortunate.
that.
I'm going that way. Over
Yeah.
the... Oh, I feel it.
And for that matter, that
And the paint is intact.
paint is intact. Yeah, they're not really tight at all. I just have to kind of watch them, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's a cheater pipe.
I was going to say this. Is it really a...
Yeah, it's really a piece of pipe, yeah. You just take these out and... Wow, teamwork.
Go team! Dropping shit.
Now these are all different sizes, but it doesn't matter because they only go in one spot, so they can get mixed up.
It'd be more fun.
Yes, I insist you do it with your eyes closed.
Good.
Okay, so yeah, this isn't going to injure me at all. So just give her a hit, and it'll pop the front cover off.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Done.
Oh.
Hey, and I didn't even get horribly injured.
Yeah.
You just pop off.
Nice.
You just got to bend the tang down. This is what stops the nut from spinning off, because of course this whole thing's rotating. It's the oil pump. And it would suck if the oil pump stopped rotating. Yeah.
Just pull it. Oh,
Just pull it. Yeah.
over there.
You should just be able to spin it right off. If I have to hold something, I'll grab the gloves and hold it.
Yeah.
Put the right, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, just give it a go. Oh, let me turn the air on. There you go.
I was so anticlimactic. I was bracing
It's like,
myself.
wah, wah, wah.
I was totally bracing
Sad
myself.
trombone. No, it'll spin right off. It's off, it's off, it's off.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got excited.
Yeah, a little bit. Theory, this whole mess just slides off. Sometimes, there we are. Sometimes it's, you got to get it straight up because there's a chain and all this stuff.
Was that a key that just hit me? Or-
Yeah, it always falls. Perfect. And this key has fallen out while people were assembling these engines, causing the gear to spin on the shaft, and has cost a lot of people engines. That gear pulls right up too, so you can take that off. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. And there's a key coming
Or
with
not
it.
gear, counterweight. Yeah, you can take the key with it. That's fine.
Yeah. Hold on.
I know all the order in which this shiznit goes, so I know.
You do?
Yeah, it only goes in one order.
Like,
Yeah, it's coming out. And there's some Loctite on there, so they may be a bit stiff.
I'm okay with stiff. Why am I making everything just so damn sexual?
Well, I mean, look at it. It's a lubed shaft. How can that not be sexual?
Okay.
Yeah.
Zipping.
Yeah. There you go. 1,
What?
2, 4.
What? That's confusing. And 3.
C.
Ah.
And then that oil pump just pops right out with sometimes, there we go. Sometimes you lose the little centric, but it just goes back in. Well, they should be Loctited in, but you just go all the way out, it's fine.
Am I doing that?
There you go.
There we go. Okay.
That one's not. And then this cover, and there's some more good stuff in here.
I've got nails.
Yeah, then go nuts. I have nails too. Ah, good, found a lot of good. Oh,
See?
shut up.
Nah,
And then there's a bearing and a spacer.
Get that too with my nails. Is that a spacer?
Yeah, the little this should
I
slide.
don't know if I got enough nail for that.
There we go. The whole thing's coming off as a piece.
Perfect.
Okay, the stuff that we just pulled off actually is really important to how the engine lives because it sets the float of this shaft. So this little washer goes on the shaft and then this bearing rides on it. And this spacer sits between the bearing and the shaft, which I should have put the spacer on first before putting the bearing in. But that demonstrates actually a really good point is that if it's put in wrong, when you tighten everything down, you end up crushing that bearing with the spacer because it's on top instead of in.
Oh.
But then the plate goes on top, and then the spacer actually pokes through the plate, and when that front hub is tightened down, the spacer is what sets the clearance between the bearing and the plate. So it sets that little bit the shaft can move. Kind of see how, because this rides against the bottom side of the plate.
Right.
Yeah, so just loosen each one about, like a turn or so. Oh, here, I'll hold this. And once each one is loosened, then we'll go around and we'll loosen them all up.
Okay, and that one's... where's
4. Whoa. Just a sec, let me brace it with my crotch. See? My crotch is that powerful.
That's good. That's very good.
This could take a while.
I know, plus counting. God.
I know. Well.
Oh, God, I'm not that bad. Look, 7. I did that by
Wow,
myself.
7.
I knew what happened after 6.
Usually it's 6 plus 1 or 7.
I'm trying to focus.
23.
Wait.
9.
I've been confused.
8. And we're just gonna loosen them up until they turn freely. Yeah. And then we can just
That's
move
good
on.
enough?
Yeah, just until they can be moved by hand, and then we can
Okay.
move on to the next. Down at 15.
16.
Sorry. Just leave 17. Oh, we're jumping forward. Okay.
Such a nice shade of green.
And you notice how they've all tightened. A lot of them have tightened up again
Yeah.
because everything, all the seals and stuff in the engine are spring loaded, so they're now pressing up on all of these. These bolts are actually spring steel as well because they're designed to cope with the engine expanding and contracting.
You might
So
think.
just
okay,
take them out.
Oh, not any particular order?
Doesn't matter. Just kind of this one. There we are. You might have to give them a yank. You know, it's funny. We forgot a step. But that's okay. We can. It doesn't matter.
What did we forget?
Take these bolts out.
Oh,
I always do that. Every single freaking time.
really?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's inevitable?
Yep.
Oh, damn it. The fingers, it's crazy.
Well, you know, ideally we would be using some type of power tool for this.
But then when would the bonding experience
It's
happen?
true. Yeah, I know. And the finger cutting.
And, yeah. Ah. Damn it.
I always forget these ones. Okay.
Sweet.
So just put some tape over the shaft so that the threads of the shaft don't damage the bearing, because there's the bearing in there, and it's really soft babbitt material.
Rabbit?
Babbitt.
Is it kind of like a metal rabbit?
Yes, that's precisely what it is.
And that's the heart of your engine, isn't
Sometimes
it?
these guys need a little bit of persuasion, but you don't want to.
Oh,
There's
that's
this.
good
There we go.
sound.
If you want to lift that straight up and out, there you go.
Okay.
Perfect. So the whole back, it's called the iron. There's iron housing, because these are made of iron.
Okay.
Yeah, housings are aluminum, whatever. It should just pop up. So the way that I like to do it is to finger the exhaust, finger the two holes, and then right here there's a grip.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Lay it
you
on
ready?
me.
Okay. I'm just going to try not to damage my paint. Actually, I have to.
You have to damage some paint?
Yeah. 'Cause it should just pop. Okay, so it's going to, here. It's the dowel in this corner that's holding it. I'm just trying not to mess with my paint. There we go. It's about to pop off, so be ready. There you go, it's off. So, straight up. So, about all that stuff I said about the engine when the camera was off, you can see how it's far more elegant mechanically than a piston engine that has pistons up and down on a crankshaft that have to change direction, a crankshaft that has to turn that up and down motion into circular motion, cams that have to drive the valves to open up and close. All of that is done by the position of the rotor opening and closing the ports, and the torque is transmitted to the shaft by the rotor pushing on these eccentrics in a circular motion. So there's none of this and rods moving and things banging and ugly steam engine shit. The only problem with the Rotary is because everything is contained within the engine and there are so few parts. If you have a failure of one of those parts, then you have to disassemble the engine and fix it.
And so here we are.
And so here we are. It's not like on a piston engine if you burn a valve where you can just take the head off and replace the valve. I'm looking here and it looks like we have a damaged apex seal, which would have definitely been a result of the engine running very lean on fuel under full boost. So, and a piston engine though, we'd still be pulling apart, honestly, because there'd probably be a hole blown through the piston.
I didn't really understand this until I've actually taken a look at it right now, and it's just like spirograph when I was a kid.
It's exactly like the spirograph. That's actually how this shape is made, this outer housing. It's called an epitrochoid, and math people will tell me I'm not pronouncing that right.
Well,
but
I'm not a math people, so don't worry.
You're not a math people?
I am not a math
I'm not a math people either.
Or an English
I
people.
failed high school math several years.
I did, two times.
Yeah, I ended up taking it in summer school.
And yet, we're so smart.
Well, I'm smart anyway.
Oh, you don't know the first thing about baking, do you?
I know the first thing about
What's
baking.
the first thing?
It's all the other stuff I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to show you a trick to get these dowel pins out, because I want to preserve where all the seals are and stuff on the rotor. We're going to take the housing off first, and then I'm going to carefully slip the rotor off, because I think everything's okay except for one cracked seal. And if it's all in place, I don't have to reassemble everything. So if you're ever doing this with someone else,
I highly doubt it.
you can impress the shit out of them. Look at this.
I'm impressed.
It didn't work.
Do it again.
Shut up. Damn it. Okay, you're supposed to just be able to put some tension onto this and pull. Naturally, it's not working.
I'm so impressed, Aaron.
Shut up. What the hell?
Can't contain my...
Maybe I got this engine a little hot. Damn. These are really jammed in there.
You know, that was kind of awful.
Shut up.
You filled me up. You filled me up so high.
I'm getting a hammer. Well, every once in a while I get one of these. That's a big pain in the ass. There you go.
There it goes.
Yeah. Perfect. If you lift that straight up.
Am I in a good position for you?
Trying to figure out how to answer that. Yes, you're fine. Just go straight up, because there's really nothing holding it on at this point. It should just move up. Just straight up, and look, even. Okay, stuff's gonna fall. That's okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, look at that. There's a broken seal right here.
That's just a lot of
Junk. Yeah. So there's a smashed seal right here. And
are we taking any of these?
this, no, well, we'll just,
That's cracked there.
that's supposed to be actually.
Is it?
Yep, look at that, corner's blowing off this one as well.
This one's supposed to be...
Yeah, they're in two pieces actually. Yeah, so.
Do you want me to take that out?
You can if you want.
I want
Yeah,
to.
but look, the corner seal's broken. That's bizarre, the corner seals never break. This just took a lot of detonation. It's really, really, really rare to break corner seals. And that just shows that this engine took so much detonation because of the injector. Anyway, so if I'm careful, I can pick this. Yep, that's okay. Something's gonna fall. But as long as we only lose 1 or 2, that's okay. The springs are fine. Because that way I can just clean this off and it can go right back in the engine with new apex seals. Now here's a close-up of the damage. Broken corner seals are exceedingly rare and caused by heavy detonation that actually deforms the rotor. And then we have the corner blowing off one of the apex seals and another corner blown to pieces off of that seal. Unfortunately, the rotor did not survive. You can clearly see the damage on the seal groove. It's been V'd out and is no longer within spec. Furthermore, on another apex of the rotor, the seal groove in the middle has been pushed in and pinches the seal. To get the center housing off, we have to lift up on the shaft at the same time we're lifting up on the housing, or iron, whatever the hell it's called, because the shaft won't fit through the hole, at least not easily.
Okay.
So, yeah. So let me just break the seal with the...
You want me to push it right now?
Yeah, if you push up with the shaft a little, there you go. Just so we're not banging the shaft into the engine. I think it's probably released. I think so. Okay. So I'm going to pull up on this while you push up on the shaft, and then we'll kind of try to lift them out together. There we go. It's that first 1/8 inch that's...
While I'm down here, Aaron.
Yeah, I know. You're in a really good position, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Oh, there we go. Okay, ready?
Yep.
So it might pop off up there. Okay, so it's out. Okay, lift up. Carefully, don't knock it into the rotor as just lift it up. Hold the shaft on the bottom in case it wants to fall through. Okay, got it? Because I think I'm holding most of the weight right now. Okay, you hold the shaft, and I'm going to get this off of the shaft. There you go. Perfect. Okay. And you can imagine how much of a pain in the ass that is when you're doing it one person.
Well, I'm happy to help.
Fact is, if I couldn't do it, you're not going to be able to do it. But just pull it to the side to create a bit of friction in the threads, and while you're pulling it to the side, pull it up.
This is Aaron's handy dandy trick, but it takes a woman's touch to do it.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Shut
just
up.
Like that.
Shut up.
It's
Shut
just
up.
like that. It's so easy.
It doesn't need to be tapped. Oh, nope, it's going to come. Okay. Straight up so it doesn't scrape the rotor too much. That's okay if the seals fall. Perfect. Take that out.
I'm ready for it.
Actually, my knife has a rotary engine tool on it.
You're joking.
No, it's a pipe reamer or something, but it's perfectly suited for getting things out of these grooves.
Well, I told me you were joking.
Yeah.
Well, that and I was
Yeah.
almost convinced, but
Okay.
you're a very convincing man.
I know. That's why I'm really good usually on first dates. Really convincing.
Yes, and here we are, what is it, 15 years later?
Come on. Okay. Oh, that's okay. We
I'm
can
grabbing
lose.
things.
We can lose the corners. This engine has such a little runtime in it. It doesn't really matter where the corners are going. I think we just lost a spring, but that's fine. I'll find it.
Somewhere.
One more step to go,
Okay.
which is turning this thing and dumping the remainder of the stuff all over the floor at this point.
That's my favorite color, by the way.
Well, I love lime green.
It's in my
I'm
hair.
a big fan of lime green,
Me too.
as you might guess.
Well, your car.
This is when in the video I'm going to cut in a picture of my car.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. And my uranium glass.
Uranium
Yeah.
glass?
Yeah.
It was the color of my cast when I broke my arm.
Yes,
Do
it
you have
was.
a picture of that? We can cut that in.
We can cut that in, yeah.
Sweet.
You realize as we're actually talking about this on the camera, I'm going to be cutting this stuff in as we're talking about cutting this stuff in.
Awesome.
It's like Inception.
It is. Just like Inception.
So I just put that one bolt in to prevent this whole thing from popping out, and we should just be able to, yeah, if you pull from the top, I'll hit from the bottom, and
Yep.
it should pop right out.
Oh.
Toss that over on the bench, and then that's basically it. It's just a matter of disconnecting it from this, this stand. So I guess the last bit of this is if you hold that, I'm going to loosen the bolts, and then we'll put that on the bench with the other parts. These bolts are all different sizes, so.
Alrighty.
Perfect. Yeah, by the way, they're heavy.
Yes, it is.
Just pop her on the bench.
Ta-da! That is really attitude.
Awesome. Well, how do you feel about having your rotary cherry popped?
Well, this is very female of me, but I have actually broken a nail. That's pretty gross, right?
That's pretty sad.
It is. But I won't be a baby about it. It was awesome. I liked it.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I have a bunch of engine parts to clean, and then probably it has to be reassembled at some point. So you up for that?
I'll be there.
Perfect.
I'll be there.
That said, now that we're all done, you want to move it to the back seat?
Oh, you know I could take it in the back seat.
Perfect.